How good does life get when you're fully free from PMO, from pornography? Well, honestly, man, it gets really, really good, and I want to tell you about it. So the first example today, man, is you're just so much cooler with awkward situations. Yeah, really, awkwardness doesn't exist for you. So really, there aren't any awkward situations. But even if there are, you're just so much more chill. It's so much more cool, right? Because you don't have any of that awkward energy in you. Yeah. When I was younger, if I had a friend over, dude, oh man, I would always play this bullshit role of trying to protect my friend from awkwardness. Yeah, even just anywhere I'd go, I'd be fucking on edge, trying to control the situation to avoid awkward silences. Or if someone looks at someone for a bit too long, just little things like that where reality seems to creep in. Because that's the thing, man. Have you noticed? Reality is those silences and that eye contact. That is reality. And that's beautiful, man. But you want to be on the right side of it, because when you're on the wrong side of it and you're trying to fucking fight it and avoid it and resist it, you're like, fuck. You're just constantly trying to, basically protect yourself and people from that silence. Because we all die in that silence, don't we, man? It's beautiful, actually. Like, if you really think about it and you do spiritual work, you know that silence is where it's at. Really, you want to be able to be with people in that silence and just be chill with it. Just be comfortable with it. Yeah? I can't tell you how much I've changed. I used to absolutely hate that kind of stuff, man, like silence, eye contact, even just like tension, general tension. Psychologically, man, I was not cut out to be able to hold that. Yeah. Because as I've gotten older, man, what I've realized is that the older you get, the more responsibility you take, the wiser you become, the more you need to be able to hold stuff for people. Yeah. Hold stuff for you and hold stuff for other people. What do I mean by that? I obviously don't mean holding physical shit. I mean, maybe, man, I helped my neighbor move some heavy shit the other day. But really, I mean, you need to hold people's emotions, their energy, maybe a bit of baggage. You don't need to take this on. Notice, you just need to hold it. Yeah? Holding it means you have space within yourself where you can just silently, almost like professionally, just listen and hold. Kind of, I'm biased, man. I'm saying this because I'm a coach, and that's what I fucking do all day. But regardless, this skill, and it is a skill, is sharpened by your cleanliness of mind when you're not using PMO, when you don't have any of that kind of overly self-conscious energy. Yeah, you're more grounded. You're more present. You have, again, more space within you. When you purify yourself with no PMO, with a clean, disciplined lifestyle, you actually have more, you could say, kind of conscious space within you to hold stuff. If you want me to go deep, man, it really is a spiritual thing. Yeah? You are becoming more of what we could call spaciousness or nothingness or emptiness. And I don't mean some Buddhist bullshit. I mean, you are literally just more empty. Yeah? And you've got less, you could say, tension, ego, even just like fear within you. Okay? And now you can just be silent and be, man, just basic observational awareness. But also, it's like this silent maturity. You can be that silent, mature space for others. And that's a fucking powerful thing. But even if you're not, being that space holder or that person who can just listen or hold stuff, at the very least, man, you don't carry that awkward bullshit energy that doesn't help you and it doesn't help anyone else. You release that. And really, it's not even that you release it. It's that you become purified of it. It just evaporates from your being. It just leaves your spirit. Yeah. Again, going really deep for a second, man. You are a spirit. I don't know if you ever noticed that. I know that might sound a bit lofty and abstract and kind of hard to grasp if you're not familiar with that kind of thing. But I would encourage you to keep on taking in spiritual content and to keep on contemplating this stuff, because at some point, man, you'll listen to me say something like that and you'll fucking get it. And you'll be like, yes, I am a spirit. And yes, I am made out of spirit. And yes, I am consciousness. Yeah. I'm not just saying some spiritual bullshit, man. When I talk about this stuff, I'm being very specific. I've spent so many hours, dude, contemplating and questioning and like getting to the truth of things. Yeah. I still have this kind of shadow when it comes to spiritual work. Even if I were to hear someone telling me that I'm a fucking spirit, even I'd be questioning that. Like, wait, what the fuck do you mean by that? Like, I'm not some fucking floaty fairy, dude. I'm like, like, what am I? But now I understand. I have that spiritual understanding, which has come from contemplation, which now is okay. I understand what you mean. I am spirit, and I am a spirit. Again, I can't really rationally explain that to you because it's not a rational thing. And okay, this is actually, believe it or not, this all ties in. You see the way I'm speaking and thinking here? This is, we could say, thinking on a higher consciousness plane. And this is the next benefit I'd want to talk about, or that I have been talking about. When I used to relapse, I used to notice how part of me definitely would gravitate towards spiritual work, but really just to escape, because I'd be, I'd be thinking, oh, it doesn't matter, nothing matters, everything's non-dual, I don't exist, so it's fine, I can just keep relapsing. Honest to God, man, I would do that a lot. But at the same time, when I used to relapse, I also noticed that parts of me would actually not want to do any spiritual work and would not be connected to it and would not resonate with it. And like, if I heard some non-dual explanation, it would kind of piss me off, or it would kind of like, I would be, here it is, I would be annoyed at myself for the fact that I've now fucked up my mind so that when I hear something that's profound, I can't understand it and I don't resonate with it. That's the truth. You see, it's not anything to do with the actual thing. It's to do with you. Yeah, it always is. And I want to point this out to you, man, because listen, if you care about something, but then you mess up your mind with a drug, such that now the thing that you love to do or the thing that you love to learn about is no longer interesting, or you don't feel that connection to it, then motherfucker, you've got to really question what you're doing with this drug. Obviously, in this case, the drug we're talking about is pornography. There are many, many other substances that like you could still apply this to. But for today, we are speaking about pornography. And you've got to really lock in on the fact that, yeah, it messes with your ability to love what you love. I love spiritual stuff. I love spiritual work. I love spiritual teachers. As soon as I said that, I was thinking like some fucking sexy Rupert Spira, sexy fucking Buddha, sexy Ramana Maharshi. I don't mean that, man. I mean, I love the wisdom behind it. Yeah, I love the essence of the teaching. I don't even like that word teaching that much, to be honest. But I love spirituality. I love God. I love mysticism. Yeah, I love spiritual awakening. I love realizing and remembering myself as the universe. That's what I love. But when I used pornography, I didn't love spirituality. I became a sour motherfucker. I became the kind of guy who would listen to it and be like, I don't really get it anymore. Like I don't really, it doesn't click as much. I don't really feel as high consciousness, and therefore I don't really connect with the message. And like, dude, honestly, man, I would rather just go play fucking video games and shit. Now, here's the thing, man. Earlier I mentioned the part of me that would still actually want to take in the spiritual content, to still actually stay connected to it. Now, this is the thing. So like what I would do is I'd play video games, but I'd listen to spiritual teachers, and I'd listen to profound talks, and I'd listen to people speaking about Ramana Maharshi and stuff like that, because I still did really ultimately love spirituality, God, awakening and everything. I still did love enlightenment. But I only now cared enough to listen to it in a kind of half-focused state where, yes, I'm taking in some non-dual wisdom, but I'm also customizing my wardrobe in GTA. I'm going to the customs to get my car upgraded. I might then, in GTA, get into one of those planes. I'd go first person mode and actually pretend I'm flying the plane. Like, I'll be all professional and shit. It'd be all like, safe flying and stuff. It was great. Anyway, man, I would take in this spiritual content. I'd listen to these spiritual talks. I'd watch these spiritual videos. But, like, was I? with my relapse state mind and my half focus, because now I'm playing video games and eating some shit, am I really honoring the spiritual wisdom? No, fucking hell, I wasn't. But I want you to notice, like, this is how I used to be. Whereas now, in a life where there is no PMO, if I choose to take in some spiritual content, man, if I listen to some sweet non-dual talks, if I listen to some profound awakening videos, if I listen to some trip reports, dude, I feel so connected to it. I feel so, like sometimes I feel like I'm experiencing what they're talking about. And I can tune in and I'm amazed by it. Often I'll just sit there and I'll just look at exactly what's in front of, like, let's say the laptop's here. I'll just look in front of whatever is in front of the laptop, like beyond it. The wall, for example, it's basically mostly a wall. I'm looking at a wall as I'm taking in this content. And motherfucker, that wall is profound. Because, man, it's not the wall, it's my experience of reality. The wall is just like, it could be anything, yeah? But I have become so profound that like this wall is now vibrating slightly. Or I do some crazy shit where like I'm contemplating how like there's no difference between a subject and object. Yeah. So me, Seb, in this body looking at this wall, I'm now contemplating how there's no difference, right? And how that wall is really my consciousness. You know, all of this crazy shit, man. I do and I love, but I only give a fuck about it. And it only works because I'm not fucking up my mind with pornography. Life is good because I can honor what I care about. And I can maintain a good state of consciousness, especially when I'm doing my spiritual work. Because that's important to me, man. You might love this channel, but you might not massively be into spirituality. You might be into something else. And therefore, what you've got to do is you've got to purify your mind and keep it in a good condition so that you can maintain your love for that which you love. Yeah, whatever it is, man. I used to be big into filmmaking. If you love filmmaking, or if you love art, or if you love music, I know a lot of people I've worked with, a lot of you guys are musicians. If you love your music, dude, purify your state. Fuck PMO off. It doesn't belong in your life, man. You're way too good for it. These days, man, you might think this is weird. I see myself as a sage. Yeah, I'm a young guy, but I see myself as a sage, as a wise man, as a mystic. That's how I see myself now, because I've stripped the impurities that blocked me from accepting myself as who I am. Really, if I could be anyone, I would be that way. I would be a spiritually advanced sage. And that's now who I create myself as. You can imagine my self-image. It's not of someone who uses PMO and has no control and who is unconscious. No, dude. It's really empowering. It's someone who is a wise sage and a powerful mystic. Yeah, someone with wisdom. Even years ago, I knew this about myself. I knew I had this powerful spiritual wisdom that was within me. I've always been this kind of way. But what it took was the removal of my biggest vice, pornography, and the transformation of myself and my identity, as well as my lifestyle, the story I tell myself, the way I treat myself, all these kind of things, man. But dude, it started with the removal of that vice that opened up everything. Really, I was afraid, dude. I was afraid to be this guy because I wasn't sure I could handle it. You can handle it, I promise you, man. See, you might be worried about the kind of power that you step into. It's almost like it would be too awesome if you really did it and if you really became the guy that you dream about and that you'd absolutely respect. It's almost like that would be too much. People will want to be around you. They will be inspired by you. They will think, well, dude, what are you doing exactly? How did you get to this point? You know, they'll think these things about you, man, and you'll just go to your inner wisdom. And silently, you'll be like, I know I had to do that thing for myself. Now, you might not outwardly express that you quit pornography or you did this or you quit alcohol or you quit weed. Whatever it is, man, you will go to that place really silent within you and you will just smile and you will just love the person in front of you. Now, dude, we are going to bring things to a close. Before we do, I want to tell you this. If you've been inspired by this, man, or if I speak to you, if I resonate with your soul, man, and you'd like to speak with me more on a one-to-one basis, I do offer coaching and mentoring. If that speaks to you, man, you can see the link in the description. You can book a call with me and we can speak. If not, that's totally cool, man. Keep enjoying the videos. But if that's interesting to you, that is there. My friend, we're going to call it there. I wish you the very best. Lots of love, man. Take care. And as always, peace.